Well, as a coach, I meet all sorts of golfers. Some want to keep it as simple as possible, sort of grip it and rip it type ideas, and others want to know every intricate detail of the swing. And I get often asked by these chaps about what's happening, whether my club face is open or closed in the golf swing. So let's have a look at what that means, because you do have to consider this from the address position. If you have a neutral grip, as I'm demonstrating there, as you swing the club away, there is a neutral position for the club face to be in at the top of the swing. Now, neutral means that it doesn't need to be manipulated in any way to bring it back down to impact and release through into the finish. So if we know what neutral is, there'll be either side of neutral. So let's look at the opening side. What usually happens to these players is as they move the club away, they twist the club face, so the club face is starting to look very early up at the sky. And as it goes to the very top of the swing, the wrists appear underneath the club and the club face is pointing downwards at the top. That's the open position. And from that position, when the player makes that type of backswing, I'll just demonstrate again, from that position, as they come back into impact, the club face is now looking to the right. It is an open club face. It needs manipulation with the forearms to take you into the finish. Some players prefer to play that way. They usually create the speed in the swing with the hands and the arms, and the body follows. It's a legitimate way of playing, but you have to understand that if you're opening up the club face, you're going to be closing it as you go through impact. Requires good timing. Stronger guys, the more modern golf swing, requires from that same neutral address position, players can be neutral or even slightly closed, which means hooding down the club face as you take it away, so it's looking down at the ground. As it progresses back to the top of the swing, the club face starts to look at the sky, and the back of the left wrist goes into a concave position there. It's called shut. Now, as you come back down into the ball, you have to make sure not to cross over your forearms and spin through very hard with the body into release. For the stronger guys who have pretty much a fitness going for them and they hit lots of balls, that's a legitimate way of playing the game, playing from the closed position. So there's two options to use. It's best to try and stay as close as possible to neutral. My own preference would be to have the club face open and whip it through, but over the years I've not been able to achieve that. I've gone for the stronger position in the backswing and turning my body. I wish I was strong enough to use it.